A ballerina's perspective, from performing with New York City Ballet and Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater to publishing poetry books and mentoring kids and teens. Join us in a weekly discussion with experts to gain mental health clarity and achieve growth in moral consciousness. Give our show a 5 stars, comment, share, and come along for the ride. Welcome to another episode of the Growth, Grace, and Gratitude podcast. Today we have Axay Shah, who is the founder of rawfoodist.com. He has developed a framework focused on energy system dysfunction, a missing link in health transformation that ties together mental health, physical performance, and disease prevention. With 3 decades in business and sales, he brings both lived transformation and movement building experience to the world of health and wellness. So, welcome to the podcast. So excited to chat today on all things raw food and holistic health.
Perfect. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be with you. And
Yes,
yes, yeah, it's all about raw food, and more than raw food is health and wellness.
that is a theme that is such a big topic. I am from the professional ballet world. I know so many people who are in the fitness world, in the dance world, who are really movement focused. They love kind of like adjusting their diets to really fit their lifestyle, to fit their energy level, to help them fuel. And of course, food, what a way it is to help fuel your system to perform better, right?
Right. And most of the time, when it comes to diet, people think that it's a deprivation of something. And here I am saying, no, it is abundance of everything. It is a full freedom. You eat what you like to eat, and still at the same time, you are going to get benefit of full energy, no side effect.
And I think it's interesting for people to kind of go on this health journey and figure out that, oh, what exactly is raw? What are the rules? What are the expectations of this kind of lifestyle? What was your hardest kind of challenge, if there was any, to switch to going raw? And for people who are wanting to learn more, what are some tips for them to begin this journey?
So it's first thing is very simple. I say raw food means whatever is not cooked, plant based food, and it is not cooked, it is okay. Let's say if sometime people eat something which is kind of a semi cook or roasted or these that, it is their, it is up to them. But if they want to eat, it is fine. Main reason to eat raw food is to get full energy, full benefit of the food. It's like, Ari, if I ask you why you eat food, so I mean, most of the people they they say it is okay because they feel hungry. They love to eat food and stuff like that. But bottom line is, you are eating food to create energy. Food is a fuel to create energy in this machine. Now, how you can create more sophisticated way, more advanced way, without any too much of wastage and any side effect. That is the key, core. The whole thing is this study. I did it on myself, is because I was not feeling that great at age 50. I was seeing that my energy level is dropping down. Not it was as good as in 30s and 40s. So I tried, let me try this raw food, and I gained a lot of energy, and that was the main reason. I didn't had any medical condition at that point, and actually I reversed everything what I had, even little bit of issue. And the hard point, you asked me, for me it was not hard, because I had some previous experience. I did this before in my teenager time, and so that experience helped me to even explore more and take even bold step. So yeah, it is but most of the people, the hardest part is addiction. From your childhood you ate everything cook. That is what it is, your parents and their parents and their parents, everybody taught us to eat cooked food, and we are now hooked up to the cooked food. And I was eating also cooked food a lot before I started raw food. But I switched off, in a spur of a moment. Most of the people, they can't. So that is what I'm seeing it. When you ask me, what is the biggest challenge? Thank God I didn't have any challenge, but I can see lots of people have the challenge.
Very interesting. And I think sometimes because you don't have a challenge means you are aligned. And I think maybe people who have challenges, maybe they're not fully aligned to go raw, if that makes sense. Because sometimes people, like their bodies are asking for meat or dairy or poultry or something that helps give them energy. Like, did you ever crave for cooked foods, or did you ever kind of feel like your body was missing something, or you wanted to go like to a change?
Not anymore. And even in the beginning, there was some kind of temptation, but I was, as I said, I had a great experience before. So I didn't had any that kind of like, okay, let me switch it off. And now, after 16 years on raw food,
Oh,
my
wow.
my system is changed. 16 years is a long time. For 16 years plus I ate only and only raw food. So now my gut, everything is changed so much. I change everything. Even my taste buds are now different. Earlier I used to eat a lot means a lot, everything you see, just keep eating. Now I'm eating just this fistful and I'm done, and I cannot eat even more. My appetite becomes so small. And on the other hand, even with the small appetite, I'm creating excellent energy. That is something which is, yeah, it is a less amount of fuel, more amount of, the output production of the energy, and then it is giving me full freedom. Whenever whatever I want to eat, I just eat. I don't care about calorie, I don't care about this or that or nutrients and vitamin B and C and D and whatever, you name it, omega 3 and calcium, protein. Nothing, just eat, keep eating whatever you like, and that will it is going to give you full support for your health. And yeah, again, I'm going to doctors to check my blood level and everything, report. And they tell me, and just the last time when I went before running my marathon, 8 marathon, doctor gave me the prescription for B12, and I'm taking supplement. So that's how you monitor your body. You see what is going on. And this is not just the blindly something doing it, or some fade or something, it's not like that. Something which you understand, it is all in mindset first. So what you said, craving for meat or any other food, yes, is going to happen. But once you understand that, hey, this is something better, you are going to do it. If you see that this raw food is going to give you more energy, less dependency, and no side effect, slowly you say, you know what, I don't care for to please my palate, I want to please my body first, my brain, and everything, all the organs.
The decision to kind of also like readjust your taste buds. That's so true. I know so many people who have even shifting from meat to vegetarian, their taste buds literally change. It's so interesting how that happens once you change something in a diet. That's really cool how it's like you're interacting with yourself, with your body, and then your body's like readjusting, reshaping. We just had, equinox. We're in the blooming of things. Do you have any favorite food that you love to eat at this time? I know there is a lot of controversy now about raw milk. What do you think about that?
So no, I am not taking any dairy, zero dairy. So milk is out of question. But when it comes blooming, then so my I have privilege to have I have in my backyard 30 fruit trees. So I get fresh fruits every season, and I get so much I have to give it away, to the other people. And so I eat those fruits, fresh fruits in a season. But definitely, I buy from outside also. So when I have a persimmon in my backyard, I love persimmon. When I have mango in my backyard, oh my gosh, it's so delicious. Pomegranate, fig, pear, Asian pear. I have even avocado. So all those stuff is there already, and I'm eating those. But I'm also buying from the outside, because in winter, then everything goes away, and now slowly, slowly it will come back. So I am not particularly craving for anything, but whatever fresh available, I eat. I see this way: there is no favorite food or not favorite vegetable. Whatever available at that time, I accept it. I accept it. Hey, this is the fuel available. Just take it gracefully and accept it, and your body is going to cherish it. Your body is going to say thank you.
That's beautiful, and I think that that's like an attitude of gratitude, and people do want to be aligned to that mindset because then you feel like you are in the presence, and the more you are accepting from that space, you're actually really able to enjoy it so much more because you are just accepting the presence. So I think that's a really
Right.
great perspective.
Yeah, yeah. Anytime, even I'm traveling, I'm not worried too much about what food I'm going to get, because I noticed that in these 16 years, people have food, something, whatever they have, and I just tell them, hey, whatever raw you have, just bring it, little bit. That also not too much, just little bit. And even if they don't have anything, that's also fine. I carry a lot of time nuts, almond and walnut, and in the ziploc, and that will give me another 5 hour of energy. Yeah.
Amazing. And you have a book, In Nature We Trust, which supports a global movement for natural health. Talk a little bit about your book and what inspired you to write it, and what is the biggest takeaway people can learn from it. If you're ready to shake off that daily stress, come join us for online beginner, adult, ballet, and yoga classes each week to connect with the flow of movement and the art of ballet into perfect synergy. Come as you are and learn to love your body a little bit more and gain strength and flexibility with each class. All are welcome. Sign up at balletartsmovement@gmail.com. First class free.
So no matter where I go, everybody everywhere, they ask me question, hey, how you can do it, what you are doing, um, tell us everything. And even if I talk 2 hours, it is not enough. They have more question. So, and to make this understand, because most of the time people, when they heard diet, they already they discount it. This is all fake, this is all nonsense. And I don't blame them, because they tried so many things and never worked anything for them. So I don't see this as a diet, I see as a lifestyle. First of all, you have to accept it, that hey, you know what, this raw food is going to benefit me. That is, if you don't accept that, it never going to work. Once you accept that, then you have to jump into it. Once you jump into it, and everything is in my book is telling you step by step how you can do it, and how I did it. And those both, you can compare it. But I am different, Ari. I am different than you. You have different experience in your life. You have different expectation. You have different kind of physical activity. You have different kind of mental activity, and everything is different. We are not same. No two person are same. So I tell people, don't follow anybody's rule. I'm not giving any rule. I just say you make your rule. And when you make your rule, you are enjoying that freedom. And you don't have to be 100% perfect. Even you are 50% perfect is fine, better than zero. And then 50 can take you to 60 and 70 and then more. So even if you start with the 10% is fine. I tell people like this: you cannot learn swimming without jumping into the water. No matter how much YouTube you see, no matter how much book you read, no matter how many, how much coach teach you in the air, outside the water, when you jump into water, then only you can learn how to swim. Exactly same way, no matter how much YouTube or my book or anything you are going to listen or read, but once you start doing it, take first baby step. Start accepting that, okay, let me try this raw food. Out of whole meal, maybe only 25% raw food, and that whatever you like. And then from 25, you if you like it, if you continue for 25% for 1 week and you see the change, then go for 30%, 40%, 50%, and then one whole meal. Then after one whole meal, maybe one and a half meal, then two meal. And then so I have made people make change accordingly what I'm saying. And they said, yeah, didn't start it. Even we just started just for the breakfast. In a breakfast, we started eating raw food with our tea or coffee, whatever they are taking. Once you understand this, and once you seeing the result, it's like this: once you go to another office and you start making more money, you are going to quit other job and going to go where you make more money, more prosperity, more freedom, more, everything is there. So why not? Now I'm not paying bills to doctor, I'm not paying bills to for any medical, and nothing about the prescription drugs or anything. So it is so wonderful. I just entered in 68. I complete my 67 few days back.
Oh, amazing.
That freedom is, yeah. When I go to doctor and nurse say, hey, where is your medication, I say I don't have anything, and she don't want to believe me. She want to check her computer, maybe I'm lying. And she said, yes, you are right, you don't have medication. Amazing. So because it is so much accepted, then when you become 50, 60, you have to have medication. In short, my book is all about how I did it. My 21-year blood report and the medical report is in the book. So it's not just a fluffy talk, because most of the thing is like talk, 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 theory, 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 and there is no substance. So I want to tell people, don't believe me also. Don't trust me. You have to trust yourself. You have to convince yourself. First of all, once you convince that, hey, okay, you know what, raw food is a better fuel. And if you jump into it, once you do research, once you apply your rational mind, then it is going to benefit you. It is going to, it's going to give you kind of little support, kind of confidence, courage, because all this thing is required to make a change. It is not that easy. Any change, any even small change in the life, it is so difficult.
Sticking
which
out?
which one is in the bottom? Yeah. Yeah, is the left hand,
Right,
right? Your is what, left hand?
right, right.
Right. Okay, now change it and make it the right hand pinky at the bottom. Try to change it and make it the right hand at the bottom. Try it. Do it. So you did it again, same thing. No. When the left hand was done and just right hand at the bottom, now you see how difficult it is. You can, it is just one pinky up and down, your brain is not going to accept it. Your brain is the habitual to do one way only. So even when we want to make even small change in the life, your it is going to be some hurdle. It is not going to be that easy. And that's the mindset. If you have that, okay, yeah, I know that it is not going to be easy, it is going to difficult, little difficult, it is not impossible, but I want to do it, I'm going to do it, no matter what happens, I'm going to do it. That's the only way you can go further. And I'm, as I said, I'm not telling you to go 100%, go 10%, go 20%, whatever your problem is. I So everybody have different problem according to the understanding, everything I am explaining it in my book. What is your problem? Try to understand. Your constitution of your body is alkaline. Your blood level, regardless what you eat, your blood level always is 7.4 pH level. So that's the pH 7.4 is alkaline. Now when you, our body in the gut producing a lot of acid, and on top you are eating acidic food, it is going to hurt you, it is not going to help you. So those are all those stuff. And nutrition and everything is there. Cooked food was good once upon a time when we didn't had enough food. At that time cooked food was good, because during the human evolution, when we started eating cooked food, we become better than chimpanzee. You know Between us and chimpanzee, 96% DNA is same, only 4% different. How we evolved much better than chimpanzee, because our brain evolved faster, better, bigger, smarter, because of eating cooked food. That cooked food was blessing at that time. Why? Because if you don't eat cooked food at that time, there was a scarcity of food. You eat your food now your next meal may be 24 hour, 36 hour, 48 hour, even more, who knows. That's why eating cooked food was helping you to survive, and that gave you upper age than other animals. That we human had a blessing of using fire for eating cooked food at that time. Now 66% people are obese. We have refrigerator every house. We don't have now scarcity of food. Enough food is there on demand. Whenever you are hungry, food is there. So, and if you apply your rational mind, that hey, we don't have to do what our ancestor did many millennia back. We have to understand, hey, we I have to do whatever best for me today. That is what the rational mind is not that what our ancestor, my grandma and her grandma, whatever they did, I have to follow. Why?
This is a lot. It's interesting. I do know there are different belief systems. So a lot of people believe that some people are, loving raw food diet, and some people are not, they're not on that vibe. But it is very interesting to see that perspective and the journey you went through, and now you're kind of like teaching your knowledge and your wisdom from that perspective and from that experience. And like you try to do this game. It's like, yeah, that's the blueprint. The blueprint is kind of created, you create your blueprint, and my podcast is really about like spirituality and awakening. So of course we are searching for our perfect blueprint, and the fact is that yes, we can create or recreate our blueprints. And even though it can be challenging, and it is challenging, it is a beautiful journey, because the ability to restructure your blueprint, that is the gift of, progression, growth, healing, evolution, and figuring out your joy and your kind of your purpose. That's also a beautiful part of ascension and becoming your true self. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and more, it is like for spirituality, when you said, once you understand you are part of this cosmos, you are a part of this universe. If you are not align with the universe, you have to first align with yourself. Your body, mind, your soul, spirit, whatever you say, it has to be all aligned. Once is aligned, now it's so easy. Now once and how you can align? By aligning with nature. If you align with nature, it gives you solid support to strive to thrive, to go for any limit. Sky is the limit. Even sky is not, you can go beyond. Now it is like the universe is open for you. Your thoughts, your whole uh, thinking process have now so much more energy, because your mind is spending at least around 10 20 to 25% of your energy you create, at least. Even you don't do anything, you just sitting on the couch, still your mind is consuming that much energy. That is, we need that much energy to our brain. Now our brain, once they use that much, then second goes to the heart. Second preference is to heart. This two has to function well, then your body will function. And when you don't have that much energy, now there is a rationing of energy to brain, now rationing to the energy to your heart, and rationing to the energy all your organs. Now once you have this all this issue, your spirituality is not going to prosper, because your body is struggling. This, when you have this extra energy, now you can connect to Almighty, because you, as a part of the universe, now you have extra energy. Now your whole this receptor is opened up, is more efficient. It is like this: if you have a radio in your room and it is turned off, it is not going to broadcast anything. It's not going to, no music, no news, no nothing. The waves are there, sound waves are there already, but your transistor is not capturing it. The minute you turn on, and it will start, and you have to, well, so the same wavelength, and then it is producing what you want to listen. Our brain has something similar. Now when you have this extra energy, everything is going to open up. And once it opened up, it is the new horizon is opened up for you. Now you are more connected to Almighty. Doesn't matter what you believe. Now once you entered into in that area, that field, now you are not worried about my leg is hurting, my back is hurting, my neck is hurting, and a whole body is the issue for most of the people. Now body is not the issue. Now you have so much extra. It's like, the energy is the currency. They go for vacation, they enjoy their life, they spend their money on some hobby. Extra money, that without extra money you cannot do it. You barely make the mortgage, and that's about it. Exactly same way, if we have extra energy, we can do so many more things, creative things, not just barely living the life. Most of the people, what they do, they live the life, they eat, they reproduce. So in this process, if you bring some kind of more creativity, more fun, then you give meaning to the life. Otherwise, what is the meaning of the life? Every animal, every creature, every insect, they do exactly same thing what we can do. They eat, they reproduce. So what is the difference between those insects and animal and us as a human, as an intelligent animal? What is the difference? If we don't bring that this creativity, if you don't bring this special, that only human can do this, think about thinking is not every the way we do it, is other animal cannot do it. The creativity is what we have, other animal don't have it. So to take the advantage of this spiritual, physical, mental, social, whatever name you want to do it, is all, everything is going to give you the new height. Whatever you are doing, it is going to give you more. So I used to be, I'm a poet, I write poem. Before I used to write it, now I write, my poem become little more sharper, much more strong message. What happened? Because it gives me now, because write a poem is not easy. Writing a paragraph of anything is not easy. And most of the people, they were writing a book. My gosh, it's impossible. But I did it because, okay, it is keep writing, keep writing, keep writing, and everything will be okay once you compile it. But that courage, that energy, all comes because you have to produce it. It is not coming from anywhere. You cannot take energy from somebody's body and coming to you. You can take the loan for money from the bank, but this energy is not coming from anywhere. You have to produce it, and then only you can spend it. Otherwise, that's the I tell that most of the people is energy wise bankrupt.
it's a whole different world, of course. And the idea to be creatively activated, that is the whole purpose of the soul wanting to rise and to be more aligned. I do a lot of inner child healing with clients, whether it is like we have online ballet classes, or I do sessions like virtual sessions to connect to the inner child and truly reconnect to part of your child, so that gives you that pure innocence and joy and levity and fun. This
Mm.
opens up the chakras, and it's like once the chakras are open, you feel like your kid self, and you feel even more purity, which is so interesting. And like you mentioned, energy changes, you're kind of receiving more, you feel more, like you said, you're writing better, you're channeling with more precision. This is a deeply spiritual realignment to yourself, so that's beautiful. And that's literally the journey to reconnect to yourself through healing, integration, understanding, releasing the past self, forgiving. There's so many processes going on. And of course, if you're able to keep your body clean with the raw food diet, if that helps you and supports you, that's amazing too. And I think it's a wonderful journey to choose. So
This get you can apply in your class, ballet class, that what, this is lot of physical activity. Now a lot of the kids, they get tired, half an hour, 1 hour, they get tired. It is because it's a very demanding exercise. Now once they have this raw food regimen, now their bodies become more lighter, more softer. Okay, lighter, softer, more strength. I am 145 pounder. My son is 170 pound. I lifted him on my shoulder and I danced on his wedding on the street. And it is not just one minute, it is a whole 5 minute. I it's like, yeah, I was. So people were surprised how I can do this. I can lift more than my own weight and I can dance, because I had that energy. My muscles, my bones, everything is so strong now. So the people who are doing ballet, if they go on this regimen little by little, their muscles are going to be strong. Their movement is going to be much more synchronized with the nature. This is dance is a spiritual thing. Dance is not just a fun and hobby. It is very spiritual. Music is spiritual. Writing is spiritual. Everything is spiritual once you take to that level. And that dancing, it is once you are dancing like a star in the universe. That's how is a free flow, and you don't have to worry about your movement. You don't have to worry about what audience is saying. You are just dancing for yourself. You are dancing to have fun, full fun. And that is only possible when you have that much all strong energy in you, within you. And you can tap it on demand when you want. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, that is so. Thank you for sharing that. That is so true. I think that's a great message for dancers and for people who are in the fitness world who really do rely on their energy to get them from point A to point B. So yes, 100%. That is so true. And what a beautiful conversation, Axay. So inspiring, so enlightening. Thank you for gifting us your presence and your story and your wisdom. Super motivational. I'm sure our listeners will just really walk away learning something completely brand new about nature, raw living, and also the the significance of energy. It's a very important topic.
Right, that's everything, and they can also learn it. That it's not, this is not rocket science. In this book, I gave them. Yeah, it is, and I'm not. By the way, I'm not selling anything. It's not. I join my program, take my plan, do this, do. I'm not doing anything of those. I am. It's like I'm on my last inning of my life, 68. I may go in within 10 year, 20 year. My visit is going to be over on this planet. Before I go, I want to give something to the world at large, not only one community or not only for family or stuff. So this is what trying. Hey, just try, and you don't have to do anything. You have to try on yourself. Convince first yourself. Think about it. Don't even first convince. Just think about it. What is good? Why I am taking this
Oh,
food? Oh,
that's so cool. Yay, what was that?
is
That's
that?
amazing.
And
Wow.
yeah, it is a good. So, and that is what is going to give the joy. That is once you start, because now you are doing on your own. There is no restriction. You created the rule. Now you are following your own rule. So it is full freedom. You are not answerable to anybody. Okay, I did this because I wanted it. In early stage, people, oh, why you eat this? It is roasted. I say, okay, it is. I made the rule. Don't, I am not following anybody's rule. So don't tell me what I can eat and what I cannot eat. But actually, it is what happened is like after doing those things for long time, people understood that, hey, this is not deprivation, this is full freedom, this is abundance, and now I have to enjoy my life, my body, and everything. And that's what it is. My life is beautiful.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that. And where can people get your book and connect with you?
So if you go to Amazon, check for In Nature We Trust, or check for just my name, Akshay Shah, and my book will pop up. Akshay Shah, spelling is AXAYSHAH. Right now, luckily, my book is number one on new release. Just this two
Wow.
week, yeah. So it is, but still, I need lot of support, because this is it's not only for just 2 3 weeks. I want to go all the way. I want to make this book go viral. Millions of people reads it, and then only the change is very difficult to bring the change. So more and more people is going to get included in there. More people believe, then only is going to happen. So yeah, in Amazon you can check it out. On my website also, rawfoodist.com, rawfoodist.com. So those are the yeah, couple of, but Amazon is a great. My book is been accepted by Library of Congress. They accepted it, and they are going to keep it forever. I reserve
Wow.
that. Yeah, they gave me that.
Wow.
So Library of Congress, and just a couple of days back, even California Library curated my book and is going to available in California Library. Yeah.
Wow. Such beautiful honors and such well deserved. Fantastic, I say. That's so beautiful. That's amazing.
Thi- this is, yeah, this is not something I just did it to make like money, popularity, fun. No, this is, I did it
It's alignment.
giving real. Right, alignment of everybody, not only just some people. I want to make sure, I mean, whatever I can do, it is like I want to see that more people, like-minded people like you or like other people, they join, they help me to spread my word, they help me to see that okay, they can also try. And a lot of people, I'm doing podcasts with other people, and they are surprised. They are meat eater, and they said, you know what you are saying, it makes some sense, we are going to check it out definitely. And they on the go, while the two doctors, they were checking out what I'm saying is right on the line, right away, that whether I said anything, it is legit or it is all fake or what. And they said, this information what you gave me is 100% truth, and we were not knowing that before. So, and I can keep talking for 10 hours, but still is there no way I can convince somebody. I tell people, you have to convince yourself. There is no way I can convince or anybody can convince. You have to convince yourself. Then you take the baby step, and then you progress. You have to evolve. And yeah, life is yours, and it is your responsibility to take care of your body.
Beautiful, beautiful closing, beautiful conclusion. Thank you so much, Akshay, for being that leader in health and wellness, that mentor, and that guide for people to, to learn more. And thank you for sharing it in your really inspiring book.
Thank you very much, and thanks for giving me, space on your program. And I really enjoyed the conversation, and I hope that your listener will also gain something out of this talk.
Yes, for sure. I'm sure they will, and they'll take all the notes so they can double check and then begin their own journey of raw.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you very much.
Yay!
Thank you.